Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm here with Time Lord. We're going to commentate a round of 16, best of 3 from the last player standing open tournament number... What number is this? 3. Number 3. And our two opponents we've got Inori, not Obsidian, it is actually Inori. He is a pretty good Korean Protoss player. Did pretty well at the last recent MLG.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. He's doing really good. He's showing up in a lot more North American-based tournaments like MLG, so we'll probably be seeing a lot of him in the future.
Hopefully so. And we got his opponent over here on the left. It is our green Terran player, tQWannabe. And he is, I think he's like in the top 100 in the North American Grand Masters division. So also a very good player over here on the left side of the map. And we're actually on, what is this, a dual site?
Good old dual site. I like this map. It's a pretty good custom map.
Yeah, I don't have that many complaints to it. Pretty cool map. I don't like the tile set though. That's just, I don't know. I don't like the evil with the green. I don't know what it is about me. I like ice tile sets. For whatever reason, I like snow tile sets.
You're right. It's like totally opposite. But this has been one of the more popular MLG-based maps, and it's actually getting a lot of play even outside of MLG. So
yeah, GSL for sure.
Yeah.
And out of the gate, we already have our Terran player going gas first with a barrack. So this is either going to be the fastest factory ever, or he's going to do like a Reaper expand. Both seem pretty viable strategies on this map against a Protoss player.
Yeah, nowadays you always want to get that Reaper for scouting out your opponent, and you have so much room to scout out on this map. So many ledges.
Yeah, there's a lot of room to jump in here. But you know else what scouts really well? An SCV. Look at that. Just walks right on in there. He's like, Reaper? What do I need a Reaper for? SCVs just walk right on in. That's so hard about this. Still hasn't taken the second gas yet for Inori. Kind of leads me to think he's going to go for a 1 gate expand here. Or maybe just a 1 gas 4 gate, but that's kind of not really done as much here. So, I don't know. Kind of curious to see what he's going to go with. He's chrono boosting out a Stalker. Zealot being sent across the map. And we got a reactor on that barracks and a factory going to come out. So it looks like we're going to see tQWannabe open up Hellions here, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Hellions really destroys Protosses who want to try to fast expand.
Yeah, you can do a lot of damage.
We do see Inori getting his second gas really late, but he hasn't really decided on what he's going to do yet. We still haven't seen him make any more gateways, so if he does decide to go that Nexus, those Hellions are going to punish him big time.
Here comes a probe and a Zealot into the main base, and that Zealot is against SCV. He's going to get 1 kill right there. The Marine is out. There's just 1 Marine. Looks like he's going to leave that reactor and make a couple Marines out there. Zealot's going to maybe get a couple kills. Excuse me. And Stalker's now showing up, so he's going to be able to deal quite a bit of damage here. Some Marines coming out. He's got 1 Hellion. He's going to have to pull some SCVs. If he wants to fight this off, he's going to have to cancel that supply depot. Otherwise, he might lose it. Nope, just going to fall back. Stalker now falling back down to the bottom of that ramp. Quickly trying to finish that supply depot. I like the pressure there from Inori. Pretty simple, straight up, you know. I think he could have done a little bit more if he... But wait for the second Stalker. Now he's going to go back up there, get a couple more kills here. What is he going to kill? A Marine? Take the Marine down. He's going to get this Hellion. Zeld charging up to the front, going to get some kills. No, he's going to die, but they're going to focus for a kill on the Hellion. Nope, he's not. He's going to get repaired.
Wow. Yeah, this whole time Inori hasn't decided what to do, and now he's deciding to get 2 gateways and a robo. I guess what he was waiting for to see how much damage he actually was going to be able to do, to see if he was going to be placing down a Nexus or more aggression. So it looks like he's going to go opt for more aggression.
Yeah, he's being pretty cost effective with all these units. He's pulled a lot of SCVs off the mining for a while. He's only lost, what, a Zealot so far this game? And I think a probe. I think he lost a probe.
And it's forcing...
no, he didn't lose a probe yet.
It's forcing tQWannabe to, just stay in his base, being scared, forcing 3 supply depots. It's just, tQWannabe can't control the map at all right now.
He's trying to. He's going to push out. Now he has that medevac. He's got 5 Marines, and he's going to push these Stalkers back. Actually going to kill some Stalkers, these Hellions. Don't see that every day. 2 Stalkers going to go down, and the 3rd one is going to get taken out here. And these Stalkers are like, wait a second, what? And now tQWannabe, excuse me, has fought off that attack and is now going to head out across the map. This is a weird strategy versus Protoss. Seems like something you do versus Zerg.
Yeah, it does with all those Hellions versus Stalkers. I guess you can still go Hellions versus Stalkers and come out on top.
Yeah, he does have the medevac, so if he needs to run, he can. The expansion is up for Inori, but I don't know how well he's going to be able to defend this. He does have he's got an Immortal, he's got a Sentry, he's got some Stalkers. He should be able to do this pretty fine. Nope, no SCVs coming along the way. I didn't know if he was going to try and bunker push this, but it looks like he's going to have a 2-prong attack here. Marines coming up from the front. Hellion's going to be dropped in the back. Let's see how Inori's going to deal with this. He's going to have to spread out his units pretty well. Otherwise, he's going to lose quite a few SCVs here.
Yeah, Inori is opting for a Stargate. That's kind of a late Stargate, too.
Yeah, he's going all kinds of tech this game. Hellion's coming in the back, but quickly pulls the probes out of the way. He's going to get some kills here. There, we got 1. Nice force field. Looks like he's only going to lose like 2 or 3 sentries here, or 2 or 3 probes. Not that many. But the Nexus in the expansion may go down. He's just going to suicide all these Marines. Those guys are going to die. But he needs a focus fire. He's not going to get it. He's going to have to get out of there with that medevac. And wow. He did manage to kill a couple workers, but he was so close to killing that Nexus.
Yeah, he was.
Managed to get 12 worker kills. Wow, that's more than I thought he was going to get.
Yeah, what happened is he put all of his probes back into like one little group onto the minerals, and the Hellions came back and got like all 3 shots on a lot of them and killed 8.
Right as he was getting ready to go save the Nexus, he just ran away and thought he was going to put him in a medevac, and then gotcha. So that whole time, Wannabe has been throwing up an expansion. He's got an orbital up, researching STEM, getting another barracks, and making a factory with a reactor on it. Probably going to swap that over to the starport, I would assume. Looks like he's transitioning into just Marine medevac. No Marauders yet. Actually, 1's on the way.
Yeah, I think he's waiting a little too long to get to put that other orbital to his expansion, because he did do a lot of damage in getting those probes and almost killing the Nexus. He really didn't lose too much except Hellions. So I think he should know that he does have a little advantage to actually put that orbital and start, gaining more resources from that expansion.
Yeah, he might be just a little too overcautious with that orbital. But is that a real Phoenix? That is a real Phoenix. I was like, is that a hallucination? No, he's making Phoenix, but that actually is a pretty good unit considering his opponent is going really heavy medevac play. So that'll allow him to just stop those drops from sitting out from behind his base, which is definitely an annoying thing to do, have happen to you as a Protoss player. It's just, you see a medevac behind, your base just sitting up there, and you're like, okay, I can't do anything about it because I don't have Phoenix, but he's got 1 Phoenix, which will be enough to, stop that from happening.
Yep, and we do see that huge 3 medevacs full of Marauder and Marines. Ooh. And Inori's army is way out of position. This can do tons of damage.
He managed to go around that 1 observer. Nexus. He could just go straight on. He could just suicide on it. He's got stem. No, he does not have stem. It's going to be done pretty quick. It's almost done.
Oh, he's not targeting anything.
There it is. It's done. What is he doing? He's focusing down. He's going to get the robotics bay. That's not going to be too bad. Or is he? Yes, he's going to get it. Nice job there. But he's going to lose a lot of units for it. And now the Phoenixes are going to clean up all those medevacs. He's going to have to pick off those Phoenixes. He gets some probe kills even. So that seemed to be pretty effective, but I don't know. The armies are... he's got a pretty big army still. He didn't lose, I don't think, anything besides probes in a... I don't know, man. He's getting some more probe kills, though. Wow. Wannabe just wrecking these probes here.
Yeah, just losing Marines, not a big deal. He only lost 3 medevacs, took out tons of probes. I don't even know how many probes he ended up killing there. But
30 worker kills, so he was at 12. Yeah. 18 worker kills that attack, plus a robotics bay. That was I think, I say it was a successful hit, but it seems like he could have been a lot more effective with that.
Yeah, he could have, he almost killed that assimilator by just attacking a random stuff. Yeah, he could have, as soon as he dropped, he could have immediately been focusing something, but he wasn't paying attention in time. But like you said, he still got that robotics facility, and he's just now remaking it. So those Colossus are going to be delayed big time.
Yeah, and knowing the fact that Colossus are going to be delayed, his bio army is just going to be that much nicer. He doesn't have to worry about getting Vikings anytime soon. So he can just keep massing these Marine Marauder, not really have to worry about that Colossus, which is the unit that was really going to be a thorn in his army's side.
Yep, and we do see tQWannabe going for dual upgrades for his Marines, Marines and Marauders. Looks like he's adding a few more Marauders to his army now. Wonder if we'll see Ghosts anytime soon. Yep.
Maybe, actually, yep.
Ghost Academy going up, so...
I guess so.
Probably.
Both players trying to take like a hidden expansion. Well, not so much for Inori, but Wannabe's taking a hidden expansion over there at the gold. Kind of funny. Both players taking a third at almost the same time. Even though Inori's kind of taking a pretty big hit this game as far as economy goes.
Oh yeah, definitely. 30 probes. That's a huge hit. And that's before even a third up, so yeah. If tQWannabe can establish this gold with a planetary fortress, it's going to be hard for Inori to really do anything with that, because then he's going to be... Inori is going to be, like, scared because he really can't leave his expansions.
Base.
Yeah, his base. So he's really just going to have to leave that gold alone and do something about it later, you know?
And we don't have any upgrades coming on the way for, at least armor attack upgrades for Inori. I guess that's understandable considering how much of an economic hit he's had this game. He did manage to get that Colossus out, so that's going to be nice. Combat shields are done. +1 is about to finish for those Marine Marauder. It looks like that's what he's waiting for to finish before he goes for an attack, but no, he's going to go for it anyway. Force Field's going to go down. Colossus gets some damage there in the back. Guardian Shield going to go up, and a pretty decent Force Field's up there in the front. Phoenix is taking out some medevacs, and it looks like Inori's going to win that fight pretty easily, and actually didn't lose too many units. Supply is easily favoring Inori, and just being really patient, he kind of just took out that army no problem.
Yeah, it was horrible control by tQWannabe. He was he like double stemmed. I mean, he really wasted one stem, and then he's like running around the force fields. The force fields really got him, and he was just running around him, and then he stemmed again. So that was not a good
good engagement.
Good engagement.
He didn't have a good concave either. It was just a perfect position for the Protoss player to be in.
Definitely.
So he's aware there's Colossus now, so we see Vikings on the way. And the attack started before 1-1 finished. So, I mean, it finished as the fight was going on, but it was kind of, rash decision-making, just attack the Protoss player right there.
Yeah.
He might have been underestimating how big his army actually was.
Yeah, just having that one Colossus in there.
And the Guardian Shield, I mean, that's nice. And that Guardian Shield covered everything.
Inori is adding on 3 more gateways now with a Twilight Cancel. So maybe we'll see some late DTs or some High Templar Archons, Storms, hopefully.
I like these SCV scouts. Look at this. tQWannabe is just running SCVs into his opponent's base, and he's got one at the bottom too. He's like, yeah, I don't care. It's 18 minutes in the game. I'm just going to scout with an SCV.
Ooh, Inori
Templar
did just
Archives.
find out, top left, that he does have a gold base up there. So let's see what he just lost a probe to it, because it looks like he was going to try to expand up there.
And actually, that random turret just killed an observer of Inori. That observer's like, why is this turret over here? What's this thing doing?
Drop up top. Marines.
Oh, getting cleaned up by those Phoenixes.
I don't know how many probes it ended up killing, but he had a really good reaction time pulling those
3
probes
at
away.
most. He's got 33 worker kills now. Nice upgrades on the way. He's about to have 2 Viking air upgrade coming on the way too. Ghosts have a ton of energy. Gonna be able to do some. Oh, he's gonna go for some drops. Is he gonna catch this? If Phoenix can catch this in or out, this is gonna be so horrible. Lose those medevacs. He sneaks in there. He's gonna pick up a ghost. Oh, what did he? Oh, is the other one EMP'd? And wow. Inori just crushes that army, but at the same time we have a drop in the main. He's going to kill a bunch of probes. He can focus fire, kill down the Nexus. What's he going to go for? He's going to go for that Templar Archives, take that out. Zealot's being warped in, Colossus in the back, dealing some damage. He takes out the Templar Archives. What's he going to go for now? Kill some probes. And it looks like these guys won't be able to accomplish too much more. Kill a couple more Zealots. Not too bad there. So I think overall that fight didn't go well for tQWannabe. I mean, sure, he delayed tech, but look at the army difference. The army difference it's crazy.
Right, yeah, not at all. He lost way too much there. And all Inori was losing was just some buildings and probes. No army at all. And that's kind of what's been happening all this game. You know, Inori has not really been losing too much army, just probes and buildings, while tQWannabe has actually been losing a lot of army, and it's catching up on him.
Yeah, Inori's almost double the army supply of Wannabe, and that's going to matter when this Protoss player has this death ball. And he hits a base, and he hits another base, and he hits another base, and soon you have no more bases. Big engagement, Phoenixes. Oh, nice EMP. Looks like Inori's going to fall back. Didn't like what he saw there. Maybe he's waiting for that energy, those shields to recharge on those Phoenixes before he goes back in the fight, or he's maybe just going to rearrange and go attack the top left. But Wannabe's
that would have been a scary positioning for the Protoss there, having that planetary fortress, hitting them the whole time too.
Yeah,
so,
good point.
If you see that as a Protoss, you're always scared.
Yeah, I do like Inori's choices of engagement, but he's going to go for this other planetary. He's got some mules there. He's going to be able to repair this. SCV's repairing. Colossus is going to take it down. Oh, it's dropping so fast. Even force fielding right on top of it. And wasting some energy there on those Phoenixes. Not sure why he was doing that, but I guess he feels like it.
Yeah, that gold was short-lived.
But, I mean, he mined out a couple of those patches almost
down
to like 300. So he got his money back,
Those mules are powerful. He didn't have that up very long.
Yeah, hopefully he was dropping all his mules there. It's kind of what the...
Yeah.
But I gotta say, Inori's army composition is looking pretty nice here. He's got a couple of sentries. He's got like 6 Colossus. He's got an Archon, some High Templar, like nice Phoenixes. He's just been playing this whole game up until this point. He was like, I'm going to win at like the 35-minute mark with this army. And that's what he's been going for the whole game. Playing safe and steady. Now he's at 200 supply against a Terran who's got more bases than him, or used to. Just because he's been sacrificing his whole army.
Yeah, but the Terran doesn't look like he has a big army, really.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't.
But he's
behind by like 30 or 25 supply, and they have the same worker count. That's a big army difference.
Yeah.
But he is finishing 3 attack upgrades for his bio. That's going to be nice. Inori isn't that far along in his tech, but he's got some really nice units. And he's playing so passive right now. What is he waiting for? I'm just so curious. What is he waiting for? Storm probably to finish. That's probably it. And Phoenix is going to go in from the left. What are they going to see? They're going to see that or command center, just a regular command center. Is that thing going to get killed before it lands? That would be funny. Looks like it's going to start burning now.
Oh, barely saves.
Smoking. And some SCVs hanging out in the middle of the map. Not sure what Wannabe. I guess he just wants to sacrifice them.
Wannabe's killing Inori's 4th on the right there.
Yeah, that is getting taken out, killing a couple pylons. Snipe! What did he snipe? Vikings dealing some damage to the Colossus, not losing anything yet. Phoenix is getting in position. Vikings now going after the Phoenixes. And wow, nice EMPs. He just gave him a nice blanket EMP. And now going back into the fight. Vikings are really not focus firing those Colossus yet. Actually, now they are. Phoenix is dealing some damage, but nope, not back on anymore. Nice spread there by Wannabe.
Look at that.
And yeah, someone just got wrecked, and his name is Wannabe.
Man.
Even with the money EMP, that EMP couldn't have been any better.
Yeah. He just had too many Colossus, and when you have that much...
Oh my god! This SCV in his mineral line's got 3 kills.
What?
The natural expansion. tQWannabe's SCV's got 4 kills. He finally notices. That's an awesome SCV.
Oh gosh.
That is the most baller SCV, that whole fight. You know what? Wannabe's like, I may have lost that fight, lost me the game, but I have an SCV with 4 kills. What's up? He's got the same amount of kills as this Colossus does. What does that say to you, Mr. Colossus? You got a lot of living up to do.
Yeah. Yeah, and yeah, with all this Colossus, the freaking Marines, that's all he had, Marines, Marauders.
Yeah. He's going to have +3 attack upgrade for air. What? That's crazy. Now he's got Archons out. Oh man, this army is just getting scarier and scarier for Inori. This planetary in the top left is going to fall once again. It's not a good day to be a planetary. Wannabe's going to have to hope all his SCVs are like those hero SCVs to win the rest of this game. Yeah. Good EMP going to go down. Actually, he missed 2 of those Archons, unfortunately. Actually hit that second one right there. He's going to try and kite back here, pick off some units. Colossus in the back. It looks like I don't see any Vikings out. Where is it? Why is there a planetary just randomly over here? Do you see that? He's like medium distance mining.
Yeah.
See that? Interesting place to put a planetary, but that's going to get taken out. Once again, another planetary falling by Inori.
He ended up losing like 3 Archons to that planetary because they were all EMP to death.
And he's going to fall back here. He's got a pretty good defense. I don't think Inori's going to attack this. He's been pretty smart this game with his engagements. Falling back, he's going to get that 4th up on the right side of the map. And, man, like this Protoss player is playing so safe.
Yeah, he cleaned up 2 expansions. He wants to go back and just make sure his 4th doesn't die. Looks like he's sending all of his stuff to around that area, so in case he does try to attack and kill his 4th. So he's just trying to keep his advantage, I guess, at the best he can do. Keep up his ball, Protoss ball.
Yep, he's warping in some Zealots.
And
Colossus. Go ahead.
He does have that Storm now, so he can really punish the Terran that's only going bio. And we didn't really see Storm yet, even though he's had it for the battles.
Yeah. Maybe he got some EMPs or snipes going to go on there. Or
True.
actually, he did turn them into Archons, too. So we had like 3 Archons in that last fight. So even some Dark Shrine coming out. I love Inori. He's just getting all the tech slowly but steadily and just keeping a nice advantage this whole game, even though he lost so many probes at the beginning. He just seems like he's so solid.
Yep, he knows that the Terran is basically just only has 1 expansion, So, and it's just bleeding him dry.
Even as a Zealot on the left on patrol, I love that. Zealot on patrol, keeping an eye on those 2 bases, putting a pylon at the bottom, right? So he knows exactly how many bases Wannabe's on, and Wannabe wants some more bases. But Inori's not going to give it to him. Like, look at this. He's like, you know what? I'm going to max up to 200 supply because I've got 1 more base than you, and I know you don't have a base. So, like, he's not he's not letting himself make any mistakes, it seems like.
Right. And this, but Wannabe has insane upgrades.
He does. He got his upgrades extremely fast. He's got like 3. I haven't seen 3 Viking attack upgrade on a Viking, and I can't even count them the last time. That's crazy. And 3-3, he just had so many Viking. And oh, Nexus drop right before it. Doesn't even get the cancel off. Loses it. So he's going to try and fight for this base over here on the right. Brought his whole army over here. But warping in units to the high ground here. Oh no, Zealots, DTs in the main of Wannabe is going to deal some serious damage. He's going to have to leave that command center there alone. No, he's going to leave some units there. He's going to go back to the base. He needs to deal with this DT. He's going to get some kills. Oh man,
oh,
DTs.
That's so annoying.
It is annoying. Getting some SCV kills, taking out the SCVs on gas. And, man. Wannabe's like, what do I do now? It's like, I can't leave my expansion because, I'll lose it. He's down in supply. Inori taking a base on the left side over there. Factory with a scout on the left. It looks like Inori's going to go for attack on the right. Going to try and take out that planetary before it finishes. EMP's going to need some EMPs. EMPs, nice there on some of those Vikings dealing a lot of damage. Phoenix is almost all gone. Nice storm on a big bunch of units. Zellings chopping through stuff. Planetary is finished. Vikings taking out the Colossus. Another storm, though, going to deal some damage. Actually only hitting 1 Viking there, and it looks like he's going to survive that attack. Wow. Nice storm there. Once again, going to kill another Colossus. Gets the Colossus. And wow, this is turned into a scrappy fight here. Tons of Zealots being warped in, though. Oh, man. I don't know if that's going to be enough to take out this planetary.
He lost like 5 Vikings to like a storm. That's just horrible.
Yeah.
Because he still has 2 Colossus up, It's like...
And where are those DTs are still getting kills in there. he's rallied up on those tech labs and stuff. That's pretty nice. And he's just going to use the Colossus range here to whittle down that planetary fortress. Marauder's going to show up, take out those Colossus. He's not paying attention. They're right-clicked on the planetary. He's going to lose all those units because they're in hold position.
Oh, man.
That's too bad.
What a mistake.
He was too busy transferring some units over there to that 4th base of his, and that DT's still killing units in his main. That DT's probably thinking, is anybody home here? Is this, like, what's going on?
Anor's at such a huge advantage right now. He could just, like, lay down.
Is under attack.
And
just win.
Yeah, and does he see that base on the left? It looks like he finally sees it. Those Vikings. Yep, they see it up there now. And there's like more Protoss units in the Terran base than there are Terran units. So I don't know. That's not a good sign usually.
Yeah.
That's a bad sign. Scan gonna kill that DT. Finally cleans up this little bit of a pain in his side, but look at the supply. So far ahead. Once again, big attack coming in from the right. He's gonna leave the planetary open, and nice storm there on all those SCVs, taking it out. That's how many planetaries have died this game. GG.
GG. Yeah. That was the inevitable. Inori was like just constricting on him and killing his bases, playing it chill, like you said.
Yeah, I love players who do this. Super passive. He's like, you know what? I'm so far ahead. Why would I take the risk of attacking now? Unless I'm at 200 supply. Like, there's no benefit for me to attack before I max, before you do. Because you've got the money advantage, you got the tech advantage, you got the army composition that's much better. And he was harassing that whole time. He was applying pressure, but it was subtle pressure, you know? He was scouting out expansions. He was doing that, doing it with the DTs, harassing. So it was a really nice play from Inori this game.
Yeah, I really enjoyed watching him play. He just had really great intuition. Knew what the Terran was doing and just played on him like he knew he was going bio. So he knew like when to what he could handle with like going Phoenixes because he's only going to Vikings, and it was just pretty good. Like he countered Wannabe perfect, I think.
Yeah, he. Other Protoss players may have been a little freaked out after they almost lost their expansion and they lost like all those probes at the beginning. He was like, yeah, it's cool. I'm all right. Let's keep going. Like I said, look, a 35-minute game. Did I say that? 30. I want to win at the 35. Oh, jeez. That's funny. Man. I didn't even look at the timer or anything. I just want to let everybody know that. So there we have it.
That's funny.
Inori taking game 1 in this round of 16 tournament. Against Wannabe. We're going to move on into game number 2 coming up next.